Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking back in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe anyway, and I appreciate all the support. Salute to everybody. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope you guys is having a good week, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there. A couple things I want to talk about, man. We got a battle. DNA has responded. DNA has responded with his own diss track. He actually shot a visual for it. It ain't even just a diss track. The nigga shot a video, you know what I'm saying? Sitting down in a restaurant, eating some steak and shit, man. For those of y'all that ain't.
This the story of Jarvis. Look at the cards they dealt them. And it never set the back, they never felt them. Removed the sound from dude in town, they shelved them. Moved around, as views was down, I helped them. Lose around, use the clown, I melt them. Birthed them, belched them. Nigga, you're welcome. Stepping on the scene right now, I'm feeling godly. Back up on the court with the ball, who wanna guard me? Invite only, you ain't welcome to the party. You're fat, you're dusty, you're sloppy, you're sorry. You're hardly ever a threat, could never harm me. PS5, you still playing Atari. Out of everyone the most hated, nigga, you're sorry. You should carry bottles back, chauffeur for Charlie. Biggest disappointment in Harlem, so what we rapping about? Whatever happened with you and Puffy and Daddy's house? We ain't leaving, we staying in the city with it. Your best verse was fuck you, and Diddy did. If I said it, I meant it, I promise I don't regret it. It's 850 my credit, I got a mortgage, not rented. You talking money, let's bet it. Let's keep going, why end it? The hustle I got embedded, I did it all independent. Escape the ghetto, you took them deals, they made you settle. That rock was a hit when they gave you pebbles, show feelings. Wayne cut you off, want no dealings. Got a car to drive, but your brother got no ceilings. Why like him? These niggas here, they might hype them. Keyboard niggas can't deal with this typewriting. White lightning, Young Money days was type frightening. When you used to walk around with Tiger, Mike Tyson at the table when the...
Right, man, that's the track, man. Salute to DNA, man, for coming back so fast with a track. I actually like it. I like the track. I like the track. If I'm grading the two diss tracks, which is basically this track as well as Jae Millz, I will admit I like Jae Millz still a little bit more. But I like the energy, man. I actually like this new DNA too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep talking about y'all don't want to see DNA back in battle rap. I'm not really jacking that because I like this version of DNA right here. This is kind of like the I don't give a fuck, I'm better than you, I'm shining than you, I'm stunting on you. Like, this is that DNA, you know what I'm saying? He got tired of y'all talking about how dusty he was. He got tired of y'all talking about this missing tooth and all this other stuff, and he's sleeping on Clips' couch and all that stuff from back in the day. This is what happened when a nigga hit the lottery. I guess you give him a little bit of money. This DNA right now stunting on niggas, new fitteds and shit. They didn't even have new fitteds back in the day. Fitteds was a little dusty too. This is the new fitted DNA. You know what I'm saying? So I like this DNA right here, talking a lot of shit and back in the booth. One thing I do like that he did also, a lot of people probably told him that, yo, Jae Millz is killing you. I know that's what I said in my blog. A couple other people did blog. Jae Millz is killing you with the diss track. He could have did a blog. He could have went whining on Twitter. I didn't even see the nigga tweet about it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga hops right in the booth, shoots a video just like this and comes back and just keeps it on wax. I like that. And I'm not going to lie. It looked like Jae Millz is going to respond to this too. Hold on. Let me just search one thing right quick. Jae Millz. Let me see what's going on. See if I can find Jae Millz on. Hold on, let me see. That ain't it. You see right here, he got DNA. I write faster than I think. This is him basically responding. Where's the audio at on this joint? I was listening to this earlier.
Jae Millz responds to...
Hold on, but shit ain't playing. Anyway, as you can see, his audio right here, as if he's going to respond to DNA. He just posted this not too long ago, and he put stay tuned. Earlier, you could hear a little bit of it. It looks like he's muted it now. You can't hear it at all. But, so yeah, this is going to be a little back and forth. I'm not mad at it. I may not want to see a battle. I will admit, I don't want to see a battle. I'm not really tripping on a Jae Millz versus Goods rematch, though. I know they battled back in the day and shit. But I kind of like, I don't really, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Goods return. I don't want to see him battle Twerk. I really don't. Like, that ain't really, it's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Twerk got a lot of battles he need to do ahead of time. And I think it's fucked up if Elite was to book Jae Millz and Twerk. And I'm talking to URL because I talk a lot of times about having a union. I talk a lot of times about all this kind of stuff. Y'all got to stop rewarding people who no-show battles, bro. For whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, whether they legit or not. He didn't do the award battle. He didn't do the easy battle. Don't like skip them battles and then have them battle goods at some volume or gnome or whatever the fuck y'all got coming up in January. That shit is kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like let him do his obligations. Let him do his obligations to these other leagues of what he got going on and hold him responsible. It's a good teaching moment, and it just teaches him about responsibility. So I don't really think he should just jump to a goods battle. I think that's like kind of whack, to be real with you. So that battle is far down the road. The only other battle I really want to see goods do is Big K. I wouldn't mind goods and Big K. I wouldn't mind a couple battles from Big K. Big K and Easy, Big K and Good, Big K and Bill Collector. 3 battles, I wouldn't mind him seeing them, but he doesn't seem to have an interest in Big K. I'm not mad at him and Jae Millz. I'm not mad at him doing a rematch. I know a lot of y'all don't want to see it, but I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting at least to see the shit talking, the face off, all this kind of stuff. It'd be a little bit interesting. But for the most part, this really won't turn into a battle. I'm not mad at it. It's on wax. DNA spoke about it and basically said the first track he did when he freestyled a No 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 was not a diss track. It was just a warning shot. That's what he said.
You know what I mean? He had a deal, so he knows what he's doing in the studio. But if we just talking about, you know, substance and what's actually being said, it's not comparable.
Well, you worried a little? All right, so let's have a real talk because you know you're my guy. Okay, so when you did the Oh No No freestyle, right?
All right, so let me clarify that too, right?
Absolutely.
I see what people are doing, and the whole time in the battle, what I love about battle rap, the reason why I do it is because it's a challenge, because people will move the goalposts. Now, the most recent battle, we'll just take this battle and I'll break it down to you this way so nobody can argue it. When Kendrick Lamar throws the shot on the record, like that with Future and Metro Boomin,
yes,
that's not considered a diss. That's considered the warning shot, right? If you listen to my freestyle, Oh No No No, it's the warning shot. I'm talking about diabetes and being in sweets, and I'm saying country grandma. I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but I sneak a couple lines in there to set things off.
All right.
So in my opinion, right, maybe somebody disagree with me, but in my opinion, that's the warning shot. That's how we get to where we at now. So when they try to,
people not looking at it at first.
They're not looking at it like that because they want to move the goalposts. It's like,
but D, we come right. D, you're younger than me, but you're still a hip hop head, and you know this. You're a hip hop historian. So even a young guy at 30-something years old, you know hip hop. Niggas wasn't sending warning shots back in. Niggas was coming straight bazookas.
No, but what I'm saying to you, is that how it's being done. Okay. If I had spent a whole record talking about Jae Millz, then no, it wouldn't be a warning shot. I'm saying it's a warning shot based on if you listen to the material. I'm not even dissing them in the whole, you know what I mean, verse. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Kendrick and the Big Three, when Drake did the Big Three, and then when Kendrick did it like that, nobody was counting those. It started from push-ups to Euphoria. I'm saying that's how they judge that battle. So this is the same thing. He has a full track with a video. I got a full track with a video. Him, if he would have did warning shots, then I wouldn't judge it either. But that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah.
I have some.
All right, so I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying it was just a warning shot with the little freestyle where he was like in the backyard in the grass and everything. And this is a visual responding to a visual. I'll give you that. You know what I feel like is getting a pass though that I think is kind of whack? Where's Good's rap set? Like, where is Good's freestyle? Where is Good's video? Where is Good? All that stuff. You got all them cameras. You got a shop. You got a camera dude. I'm pretty sure you got an editor. Where is your video at? I kind of think, like, I know what DNA is doing, bro. Like, DNA doesn't even care if he wins a quote unquote battle with Jae Millz in terms of on a track. DNA doesn't care about that. DNA is just trying to stay relevant. And I don't mean it like he's not relevant at all. Obviously, he's doing big things outside of battle rap, and obviously he's still being talked about in blogs here and there in battle rap. But what he's doing is He's just staying in the algorithm, keeping his channel going, engaging with people here and there. He'll argue with Eunice, throw a little Eunice blog, argue with Hansel, throw a little Hansel blog, argue with Easy, throw a little Easy blog, Jae Millz. He kind of jumped into the Jae Millz shit. It really wasn't even really too much about him. And I just feel like DNA is just like, I don't have a battle lined up. The culture is kind of iffy on who I should battle and whether or not they want to see me. Let me just keep letting niggas know that the competitive juices are still here. And I fuck with it. I like the rival shit he got going on. I think it's fire. I think it's dope. And in battle rap, all you new bloggers out here, you got to be able to create something that people will want to see whether they like you or not. That's the key to being a good blogger. DNA has rivals where he sit down and he breaks down Arsenal and Hitman's rivalry and Mook and Tay-Rock and Mook and Rex and all that kind of stuff. Those are like behind the scenes things that you wouldn't know. Same way with Untold Truths. I knew if I did a documentary on battle rappers that were popular, that people would watch them even if they thought I was some lame ass nigga from Atlanta. So in battle rap, you got to come up with stuff, whether it's Untold Truth, Stock Drop Lists, Meat Riot blogs, whatever the case. You got to come up with shit that other niggas ain't doing. Think outside the box and try to figure out a way to market yourself. Rivals is perfect for what he's doing. I think it's dope. It seemed like something I would have thought of. Like, I actually think that's a fire idea to catch up with niggas and dig into the beefs that they had behind the scenes. So I already think that's fire. But I think that's what DNA doing. Back to the other thing. Where the fuck is Goods at, bro? And I think it's kind of, I said this before, I like Goods, bro. It's kind of corny that you ain't jumped in this little Jae Millz thing. And I get it. You too cool to do the diss track. You don't want to engage. Jae Millz is just a little nigga. You really getting money and driving around in Corvettes and, you know, selling sneakers and hoodies and shit. And I get it. I know what you gonna say. But nigga was to ask you, like, yo, why you ain't doing this trade? But man, it's just Jae Millz, man. It's just, it's just Jae Millz. And it's just like, bro, stop that, man. Stop that, bro. So, man, hop in the ring and do a diss track, bro. You got all them cameras, all that other stuff. Hop in. I think it's kind of whack that you got your boy DNA. You should be throwing shots at Jae Millz too. You know what I'm saying? And to be real with you, I don't even want to hear no more blogs from Goods about Jae Millz. I just want to hear him on the track. And if I ain't gonna hear him on the track, then I don't really understand why he hasn't been on the track at all, to be honest with you. But I already know that's what Goods is gonna say if you try to ask him about it. So, but that's where we at. Salute to DNA on the track. I think it's dope that you came back with a visual and a diss track, and I think it's dope. I think it's fire. It looks like Jae Millz is coming back again, though. I gotta keep it real with you. Looks like he got something loading up. Might be dropping today. But I'm not mad at the energy, man. Last thing before I get out of here, man. John finally responded to the TUBI release, man. He said, I stayed quiet long enough, but it's time to put all the facts on record. The in-game event under Bullpen was supposed to be something special, a collaboration between multiple parties with outside funding involved, so it wouldn't fall on me personally. But when Cassie no-showed, everything changed. That single moment caused the whole operation to unravel, and I ended up covering the cost out of my own pocket just to keep things together. To be clear, Cassidy's no-show is what caused the financial hit. I lost thousands trying to make sure Ballards and staff were taken care of. The latter, the footage was released on TUBI through other parties without my involvement, consent, or compensation. I've got receipts for everything. I never made $1 from in-game, only losses, stress, and slander. I already involved lawyers to address both sides of the situation, the artists who didn't show up and the distributors who mishandled the release. At the end of the day, I always stood on integrity. I took accountability for my part, but I won't take blame for what others did or didn't do. The truth will come out and the paperwork will back every word. So that's what he said. Let me see. glad you finally came to the party, John. You know what I'm saying? Glad you finally came to wanting to discuss things, because you didn't want to discuss it. You felt like nobody was entitled to everything. And I always tell people, if you can get ahead of your bullshit, nobody can use it against you. If you can own your shit, always remember this, man. If you can own your shit, nobody can use it against you. And I feel like with John in this situation, he just should have known that there's no way you could just pay artists, never put battles out on a major card, and people would be like, oh, I don't even remember these in-game battles. Somebody would eventually be like, why are the in-game battles not on YouTube? And then that will cause other things, other interviews, and there's too many outlets. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple social media sites, there's multiple bloggers, there's Instagram interviews, there's StreamYard interviews. Somebody's gonna say, I didn't get paid. And that's how I found out that the Ballards didn't get paid. So I talked about it in the stock drop list. And I think until then, it would have eventually came out somehow, some way. I don't really just feel like you cannot pay artists and nobody will mention it. What I will say, I'm not gonna say that John is 100% at fault in terms of the TUBI and everything. Even if I agree that he somehow did not approve the TUBI release, I don't even know why he bothered trying to get lawyers now. Like, I don't really understand that part. Because in an interview with 3 Letterman, you try to say that basically that because you owed investors or something that you may have to give them the footage or whatever. I don't really understand that. But this is what I will say. I think you owe Danny Myers an apology. And I think it would be whack if you didn't, because I know you try and act like you stand on business and integrity and all that. I think you owe Danny Myers an apology. He wanted to shoot the fade and all this kind of stuff. It don't even need to get to that. I think if you apologize to him, whether it should be public, to be real with you. Danny Myers went on an interview with BattleFacts, and BattleFacts asked him about getting paid. Now, granted, it probably would have never came up if I would have put it on the stock drop list. But he asked him about getting paid, and he said that he didn't get paid. He said you owed him about $1,000. He was not disrespectful. He just said you owed him. This was after you did, a couple interviews saying that, you didn't owe people. When people interviewed you after the stock drop list, you was like, I don't owe nobody no money. I'll talk to all the Ballards. If you know deep down inside you really owe people money, or that the money wasn't right from the bullpen event, you got to take it on the chin, bro. Wasn't getting in the interview and calling you no bitch ass nigga, or he wasn't good. He wasn't getting out of his body when he's talking. He just said the fact. I didn't get paid from the end game event. John still owed me $1,000. You should have just took it on the chin.
Simplicity kind of thing.
From an outside, like, to give John, we can't just let him off easy. This the pod is like, how do you not? This is your league. How do you not have access to the footage? Like, no matter if you did a joint venture with somebody, this was still, like you said, we're gonna blame you because this is still bullpen league. Everything was on you, so you not having access to the footage is gonna sound skeptical to the outside fan. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I do think the one thing that could be positive that came from it, though, is that's a whole nother market of people.
Yeah, somewhere new that's gonna watch you.
Like,
yeah,
somebody
sure.
bored on Tubi, like, I
can watch you now. That's dope. Yeah.
Let me see this.
I think Easy the Block Captain puts battles on Tubi too.
For real?
I think the Trenches puts battles on Tubi.
Shout out to that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think they do.
New avenue.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that endgame event is on YouTube. I'm on Tubi. I keep saying YouTube on Tubi.
But do we want to support it if John ain't getting no paper from it? If the back end for the battlers ain't like what we want to watch it for?
Niggas is torn.
Yeah, it's like if some nigga just ran off on John or the battlers, what the fuck will we watch it to get the? You know what I'm saying? If they like, we would support it on some like, okay, if John was like, hey, I couldn't get niggas, I gotta put it on Tubi, so we run the views up. I can pay everybody and do some more shit. He ain't saying that, so it's like, nigga, fuck, we want to watch it for nigga. If Rock, Jazz, and them ain't finna get their bread, if John ain't finna get his bread, and because he lost the footage to whoever he lost it to, it's like, nigga, well, I support it. that's gonna make it makes no sense to support it at that point because now we supporting like we of course we want to see our favorite battlers, but the bread is going to some people that just
niggas robbed us, man.
That just robbed niggas. Yeah, the bread is going to some random niggas. Yeah,
with a ski mask, man.
Damn, man. Oh yeah, I didn't even bring it today. I'm black hoodie up though. I can black hoodie down. I can make this a ski mask.
Did John not pay the rappers they back in?
Some.
Then why?
So
then why would we be in support of John?
This is the business. This is
Hey, nah, you got a point.
And this is somebody that has no idea of nothing.
Yeah, he's just coming from a genuine. He's coming from a genuine.
So yeah, shout out to Last Second C. Y'all can subscribe to their channel, man. They talk about a lot of good things on there. But that's what I feel. Even if everything is true, Cassidy messed the event up. You didn't do this. You know, the person with the footage ran off, and you know, and that's a weird thing because we know Avocado records it. You're the lead owner, and it's like somehow it has to get into the investor's hands at some point. Somehow, and it has to come from Avocado and you. So even if all that is true, Danny Myers got to eat a dick though, because you owe him bread. Serious Jones, you talking shit about Jones. You mad at Jae Millz because he went on a podcast.
You just came back, John.
John, my nigga, but he gave me my second half like 2 weeks later. So, and I'm out of here. You yawning? Fuck you in this shit. Yo, hold on.
You mad at Jae Millz because Jae Millz said that. Bro, you cannot be mad at someone for telling, quote unquote, their truth. If you actually paid him a week or two, and then you got on Twitter like, oh, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was only a week. Bro, that doesn't matter, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes, and just take it on the chin. That's what you got to do. You got to take it on the chin at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? When you're able to book battles and then there's an investor behind and we don't know about it, but you still able to book the battle anyway, and it's making it seem like it's coming out of your pocket and everybody's giving you praise like, oh, look what Bullpen did. They booked this crazy event. John is really putting on for the culture. Part of the reason why you put on for the culture is because a sponsor gave you some money, but we don't know who the sponsor is. So we give you all the credit. We tell you how great you are, how much you put into the culture, how much you doing this, how much you doing that. Really, you had help, but we don't know the help. So we give you all the praise. So sometimes you got to take all the slander on the chin, bro. To whom wears the crown? Heavy is who wears the crown, bro. You have to take it on the chin. And I just feel like even if this statement is cool, I would have loved to see you apologize to the battlers. Danny Myers, Serious Jones, and Jae Millz all spoke out, and somehow you had an issue with it. And I don't really know why. All they said was you owed them bread. And if you owed them bread, and they clearly didn't get their money from the event, an apology. Don't ever try to be, you don't need to act like you too big to just be like, yo, I fucked up. And you weren't transparent with the business. So they're thinking they're going to get paid based on you don't know nothing about this Cassidy deal and this invest. They don't know nothing about that. And you admitted that you ain't let people know that. Take it on the chin, bro. Chris, I'm biased. Holla at your boy.